When a heritage building catches fire, we really risk losing something that can never really be replaced. I mean, it's not just a building, it could be hundreds of years of history, original craftsmanship, valuable collections, and more importantly, a really important part of the local community. But protecting these buildings does present a massive challenge. How do you install an effective fire alarm system without drilling into the historic walls, running cables across decorative surfaces, or disrupting the daily operation of the building? And the answer might be far simpler than many people do realise, because we can now design a commercial fire alarm system that communicates wirelessly throughout the building. Rather than installing cables between every detector, manual call point, and any other alarm device, the individual components communicate securely with the main control equipment using radio technology. And this means we can significantly reduce the need for cables, containment, chasing walls and opening up the historic surfaces. The system can include the smoke detection, the heat detection, the manual call points, the audible alarms, and the visual warning devices. Each device has its own address within the system, so when something does activate, the control equipment can easily identify exactly which device has operated and where the potential fire has been detected. And it can also continuously supervise the devices and highlight issues such as a communication fault or a device fault or a low battery, keeping you protected. It's not just a collection of independent smoke alarms. If it's installed properly and designed properly, it's a properly designed, coordinated fire detection and warning system. The process begins with a detailed survey of the building. We look at how the property is used, the fire risks, the escape routes, the construction of the building, and the areas that would be most vulnerable if a fire started. Ideally, we'd like a fire risk assessment to be carried out before our attendance. We can then establish the appropriate category and the coverage that's required based on the fire risk assessment and the relevant standards. From there, we position the control equipment in a suitable location and map out where detection, call points, and the alarm devices are needed. Because the system is wireless, we don't have to run a cable to every individual device. Specialist mounting methods can be considered for sensitive areas, helping us avoid the unnecessary penetrations into original walls, ceilings, timberwork, or any decorative surfaces that there are. And the installation can be planned around the building's opening hours and day-to-day activities, which reduces the disruption to staff, visitors, and occupants. There's major time-saving advantages by not having to run the cables through the building. And once it's installed, the entire system is tested to confirm that every device communicates correctly and the alarm can be clearly heard throughout all the required areas. No fire alarm system can guarantee that a fire will never happen, and its purpose is to detect the signs of fire as early as possible, warn the people inside, and provide more time for action to be taken. In a heritage building, those additional minutes could be the difference between a controlled incident and the loss of something truly irreplaceable. Protecting people, preserving history, they shouldn't have to compete with each other. With the right design and technology, we can often achieve both without turning the building into a construction site. And if you're responsible for a heritage property, a listed building, a church, a museum, or another sensitive site, speak to us at JKE Fire and Security, and we might be able to protect it with far less disruption than you think.